A straight list of U.S. Teacher College Department of Education websites in alphabetical order. Chapter 1. U.S. College of Education websites. United States College of Education websites. acu.edu/academics/cas/education.html, Abilene Christian University, Abilene, TX. segs.adams.edu, Adams State College, Alamosa, CO. education.adelphi.edu, Adelphi University, Garden City, New York. aamu.edu/education/school_of_ed.html, Alabama A&M University, Normal, Al. coe.alasu.edu, Alabama State University, Montgomery, Al. asuweb.azurams.edu/co, Albany State University, Albany, GA. albertson.edu/education, Albertson College, Caldwell, ID. alcorn.edu/academic/academy/eds.htm, Alcorn State University, Alcorn State, MS. alliant.edu/gso, Alliant International University, San Diego, CA. aic.edu/pages/392.html, American International College, Springfield, MA. american.edu/cas/department_education.shtml, American University, Washington, D.C. anderson.edu/academics/educ, Anderson University, Anderson, in. educ.andrews.edu, Andrews University, Berrien Springs, ME. angelo.edu/department/education, Angelo State University, San Angelo, TX. edpt.antiocheny.edu/home, Antioch New England Graduate School, Keene, NH, sed.appstate.edu, Appalachian State University, Boone, NC. coe.asu.edu, Arizona State University, Tempe, AZ. west.asu.edu/co, Arizona State University West, Phoenix, AZ. muta.ns.estate.edu/education, Arkansas State University, State University, AR. education.armstrong.edu, Armstrong Atlantic State University, Savannah, GA. asbury.edu/academics/education, Asbury College, Wilmore, KY. ashland.edu/academics/education, Ashland University, Ashland, O. athens.edu/so, Athens State University, Athens, Al. education.auburn.edu, Auburn University, Auburn, Al. aum.edu/academics/schools/education, Auburn University, Montgomery, Montgomery, Al. aurora.edu/education, Aurora University, Aurora, IL. opsu.edu/educ, Austin P State University, Clarksville, TN, apu.edu/educabs, Azusa Pacific University, Azusa, CA. bsu.edu/teachers, Ball State University, Muncie, in. barnard.edu/education, Barnard College, New York, New York. berry.edu/ed, Berry University, Miami Shores, FL. barton.edu/schools/do, Barton College, Wilson, NC. baylor.edu/so, Baylor University, Waco, TX. bellarmine.edu/education/index.asp, Bellarmine University, Louisville, KY. belmont.edu/edu department, Belmont University, Nashville, TN. cas.bethel.edu/department/education, Bethel University, St. Paul, MN. schd.binghamton.edu, Binghamton University, Binghamton, New York. biola.edu/academics/sas/education, Biola University, La Mirada, CA. Bluffton.edu/edu, Bluffton University, Bluffton, O. Education.boiseestate.edu, Boise State University, Boise, ID. bc.edu/bc_org/avp/so, Boston College, Chestnut Hill, Ma. bu.edu/education, Boston University, Boston, Ma. bowiestate.edu/bowieweb/school %20 of %20 ed, Bowie State University, Bowie, MD. bgsu.edu/colleges/fd, Bowling Green State University, Bowling Green, O. bradley.edu/academics/es, Bradley University, Peoria, IL. brina.edu/schd, Brina University, Gainesville, GA. brescia.edu/academics/education, Brescia University, Owensboro, KY. bridgew.edu/sod, Bridgewater State College, Bridgewater, Ma. byu.edu/mse, Brigham Young University, Provo, UT. soe.byuh.edu, Brigham Young University, Hawaii, Laie, Hi. byui.edu/education, Brigham Young University, Idaho, Rexburg, ID. brown.edu/departments/education, Brown University, Providence, RI. bvu.edu/academics/education, Buena Vista University, Storm Lake, IA. butler.edu/academics/aca_education.asp, Butler University, Indianapolis, in. mail.clunT.edu/school_of_education, California Lutheran University, Thousand Oaks, CA. coe.calpoly.edu, California Polytechnic State University, San Luis Obispo, CA. csupomona.edu/ceis, California State Polytechnic University, Pomona, CA. csub.edu/so, California State University, Bakersfield, CA. csuchico.edu/cme, California State University, Chico, CA. csudh.edu/so, California State University, Dominguez Hills, Carson, CA. education.csufresno.edu, California State University, Fresno, CA. ed.fullerton.edu, California State University, Fullerton, CA. ced.csulb.edu, California State University, Long Beach, CA. calories.tila.edu/academic/ccoe, California State University, Los Angeles, CA. edweb.csus.edu, California State University, Sacramento, CA. csusb.edu/co, California State University, San Bernardino, CA. csustan.edu/academic Prague, California State University, Stanislaus, Turlock, CA. calvin.edu/academic/education, Calvin College, Grand Rapids, ME. cameron.edu/education_school, Cameron University, Lawton, OK. campbell.edu/education, Campbell University, Buys Creek, NC. campbellsville.edu/academics/education. HDM, Campbellsville University. Campbellsville, KY. strich.edu/education/main.html, Cardinal Stritch University, Milwaukee, WI. carlo.edu/academic/edu division.html, Carlo College, Pittsburgh, PA. carroll.edu/academics/education, Carroll College, Helena, MT. Castleton.edu/education, Castleton State College, Castleton, VT. Education.cua.edu, Catholic University of America, they, Washington, d.c.cedarcrest.edu/academic/edu, Cedar Crest College, Allentown, PA. Cedarville.edu/academics/education, Cedarville University, Cedarville, O. Education.ccsu.edu, Central Connecticut State University, New Britain, CT. ehs.cmich.edu, Central Michigan University, Mount Pleasant, ME. cmsu.edu, Central Missouri State University, Warrensburg, MO. cwu.edu/seps, Central Washington University, Ellensburg, WA. Chapman.edu/so, Chapman University, Orange, CA. csu.edu/College of Education, Chicago State University, Chicago, IL. ccny.cuny.edu/education, City College of New York, the, New York, New York. cgu.edu/pages/267.asp, Claremont Graduate University, Claremont, CA. clarion.edu/edu-hum-n, Clarion University, Clarion, PA. cau.edu, Clark Atlanta University, Atlanta, GA. clarku.edu/departments/education, Clark University, Worcester, MA. hedy.clemson.edu/schooloved, Clemson University, Clemson, SC. csuohio.edu/co, Cleveland State University, Cleveland, O. cofc.edu/School of Education, College of Charleston, Charleston, SC. tcnj.edu/educat, College of New Jersey, the, Ewing, New Jersey. csbsju.edu/education, College of St. Benedict St. John's University, St. Joseph, MN. minerva.sdk.edu/offices/academic/edu, cation.nsf, College of St. Catherine, St. Paul, MN. css.edu/departments/edu/education.html, College of St. Scholastica, they, Duluth, MN. 163.238.7.1, College of Staten Island, New York. wm.edu/education, College of William-Emery, Williamsburg, VA. soe.cahs.coloradostate.edu, Colorado State University, Fort Collins, CO. Columbia College sc.edu/academics/educat ion, Columbia College, Columbia, SC. faculty.concord.edu/edu, Concord University. Athens, WV. cord.edu/education, Concordia College, Moorhead, MN. cui.edu, Concordia University, Irvine, CA. cuw.edu/graduate/programs/education/ms_education.htm, Concordia University, Wisconsin, Mequon, WI. coppin.edu/education, Coppin State College, Baltimore, MD. cornellcollege.edu/education, Cornell College, Mount Vernon, IA. education.cornell.edu, Cornell University, Ithaca, New York. dana.edu/education, Dana College, Blair, NE. dayu.edu/colleges/ses, Delaware State University, Dover, DE. ntweb.deltastate.edu/co, Delta State University, Cleveland, MS. education.depaul.edu, DePaul University, Chicago, IL. dom.edu/so, Dominican University, River Forest, IL. dominican.edu/academics/division_education.cfm, Dominican University of California, San Rafael, CA. dort.edu/academics/departments/education, Dord College, Sioux Center, IA. Dowling.edu/school-education, Dowling College, Oakdale, New York. educ.drake.edu, Drake University, Des Moines, IA. Drexel.edu/academics/so, Drexel University. Philadelphia, PA. Education.duq.edu, Duquesne University, Pittsburgh, PA. dyc.edu/academics/education, Duville College, Buffalo, New York. coe.ecu.edu, East Carolina University, Greenville, NC. ecok.edu/department/edpsy.html, East Central University, Ada, OK. coe.etsu.edu, East Tennessee State University, Johnson City, TN. easternct.edu/departments/edu/edu.html, Eastern Connecticut State University, Willimantic, CT. eiu.edu/tildeseps, Eastern Illinois University, Charleston, IL. education.eku.edu, Eastern Kentucky University, Richmond, KY. image.edu/co, Eastern Michigan University, Ypsilanti, ME. ewu.edu/x647.xml, Eastern Washington University, Cheney, WA. edgewood.edu, Edgewood College, Madison, WI. edinburgh.edu/cwis/education/school-of-edu cation.html, Edinburgh University, Edinburgh, PA. tep.ecsu.edu, Elizabeth City State University, Elizabeth City, NC. etown.edu/education, Elizabethtown College, Elizabethtown, PA. elms.edu/academics/undergraduate/education.htm, Elms College. Chicopee, MA. evangel.edu/academics/education, Evangel University, Springfield, MO. fairfield.edu/academics/gradeu/gseap_index.htm, Fairfield University, Fairfield, CT. fduinfo.com/departments/uce.php, Fairleigh Dickinson University, Teaneck, New Jersey. uncfsu.edu/so, Fayetteville State University, Fayetteville, NC. ferris.edu/htmls/colleges/educatio, Ferris State University, Big Rapids, ME. fielding.edu, Fielding Graduate Institute, Santa Barbara, CA. famu.edu/academics/colleges/sed, Florida A&M University, Tallahassee, FL. coe.fau.edu, Florida Atlantic University, Boca Raton, FL. coe.fgcu.edu, Florida Gulf Coast University, Fort Myers, FL. education.fiu.edu, Florida International University, Miami, FL. coe.fsu.edu, Florida State University, Tallahassee, FL. Fordham.edu/academics/colleges_graduate_s/graduate_profession/education, Fordham University, Bronx, New York. fhsu.edu/co, Fort Hays State University, Hays, KS. education.gallaudet.edu, Gallaudet University, Washington, d.c.education.gardner.webb.edu/gwu.shtml, Gardner Webb University, Boiling Springs, NC. gse.gmu.edu, George Mason University, Fairfax, VA. gschd.gwu.edu/gschd, George Washington University, They, Washington, d.c.gcsu.edu/academic_affairs/school_ed, Georgia College State University, Milledgeville, GA. coe.georgiasouthern.edu, Georgia Southern University, Statesboro, GA. education.gsu.edu/co, Georgia State University, Atlanta, GA. Georgian.edu/education, Georgian Court College, Lakewood, New Jersey. Gonzaga.edu/academics/colleges +n+SC Schools/school and education, Gonzaga University, Spokane, WA. govst.edu/users/gpsych/coe.html, Governors State University, University Park, IL. gram.edu/colleges_schools/education, Grambling State University. Grambling, Law. gvsu.edu/so, Grand Valley State University, Allendale, ME. gmc.edu/academics/schools/education, Gwinnett Mercy College, Gwinnett Valley, PA. hamline.edu/gsc, Hamline University, St. Paul, MN. hanover.edu/education, Hanover College, Hanover, IN. harding.edu/education, Harding University, Searcy, AR. hsutx.edu/academics/education, Hardin Simmons University, Abilene, TX. gse.harvard.edu, Harvard University, Cambridge, MA. hofstra.edu/academics/soahs, Hofstra University, Hempstead, New York. hfc.edu/school_education, Holy Family University, Philadelphia, PA. hood.edu/academics/education, Hood College, Frederick, MD. hope.edu/academics/education, Hope College, Holland, ME. hbu.edu/pages/academics/h1sedu.html, Houston Baptist University, Houston, TX. howard.edu/schooleducation, Howard University, Washington, d.c.humboldt.edu/educ, Humboldt State University, Arcata, CA. hunter.cuny.edu/education, Hunter College, New York, New York. huntington.edu/education, Huntington College, Huntington, IN. husson.edu/education, Husson College, Bangor, ME. ed.isu.edu, Idaho State University, Pocatello, ID. coe.ils2.edu, Illinois State University, Normal, IL. soe.indstate.edu, Indiana State University, Terre Haute, IN. education.indiana.edu, Indiana University, Bloomington, IN. ipfw.edu/educ, Indiana University, Purdue University Fort Wayne, IN. education.iupui.edu, Indiana University, Purdue University Indianapolis, Indianapolis, IN. iue.edu/departments/do, Indiana University East, Richmond, IN. iuk.edu/academics/education, Indiana University Kokomo, Kokomo, IN. iun.edu/edu, Indiana University Northwest, Gary, IN. up.edu/education, Indiana University of Pennsylvania, Indiana, PA. iusb.edu/edud, Indiana University South Bend, South Bend, IN. ius.edu/education, Indiana University Southeast, New Albany, IN. cas.indwest.edu/education, Indiana Wesleyan University, Indiana, IN. iona.edu/academics/arts_sci/departments/educ/ed_home.htm, Iona College, New Rochelle, New York. educ.iastate.edu, Iowa State University, Ames, IA. cca9.jsums.edu/ed/edfac portfolio, Jackson State University, Jackson, MS. jsu.edu/depart/edprof, Jacksonville State University, Jacksonville, Al. coe.jmu.edu, James Madison University, Harrisonburg, VA. sbsb.jhu.edu, Johns Hopkins University, Baltimore, MD. jcsu.edu/academics/professional_studies education dep.htm, Johnson C. Smith University, Charlotte, NC. departments.juniata.edu/education, Juniata College, Huntington, PA. coe.ksu.edu, Kansas State University, Manhattan, KS. Keene.edu/sod, Keene University, Union, New Jersey. Kennesaw.edu/education, Kennesaw State University, Kennesaw, GA. educ.kent.edu, Kent State University, Kent, O. campus.kcc.edu/teachered, Kentucky Christian College, Grayson, KY. kyso.edu/colleges_schools/cps/education_human_services, Kentucky State University, Frankfort, KY. kuka.edu/academic/education, Kuka College, Penn Yan, New York. kutztown.edu/academics/education, Kutztown University, Kutztown, PA. lasalle.edu/academy/educ, La Salle University, Philadelphia, PA. lasierra.edu/schools/ed, La Sierra University, Riverside, CA. department.lamar.edu/education, Lamar University, Beaumont, TX. lehigh.edu/College of Education, Lehigh University, Bethlehem, PA. education.lclark.edu, Lewis Clark College, Portland, or lewisu.edu/academics/co, Lewis University, Romeoville, IL. lcsc.edu/education, Lewis Clark State College, Lewiston, ID. liberty.edu/academics/education, Liberty University, Lynchburg, VA. eandps.lipscomb.edu, Lipscomb University, Nashville, TN. livingstone.edu/education, Livingstone College, Salisbury, NC. liu.edu/cwis/cwp/edu/edu.html, Long Island University, Brookville, New York. longwood.edu/cs, Longwood University, Farmville, VA. lawcolge.edu/education, Louisiana College, Pineville, Law. appl003.lsu.edu/educ/coe.nsf/index, Louisiana State University, Baton Rouge, Law. lsus.edu/ed, Louisiana State University, Shreveport. Shreveport, Law. latech.edu/education, Louisiana Tech University, Ruston, Law. lords.edu/education, Lords College, Sylvania, O. loyola.edu/education, Loyola College in Maryland, Baltimore, MD. lmu.edu/education, Loyola Marymount University, Los Angeles, CA. luc.edu/schools/education, Loyola University Chicago, Chicago, IL. madonna.edu/pages/College of Education.cfm, Madonna University, Livonia, ME. mum.edu/ed_department, Maharishi University of Management, Fairfield, IA. malone.edu/d11, Malone College, Canton, O. marquette.edu/education, Marquette University, Milwaukee, wi. mhc.edu/education, Mars Hill College, Mars Hill, NC. marshall.edu/cohs, Marshall University, Huntington, WV. marymount.edu/academic/schs, Marymount University, Arlington, VA. maryville.edu/academics/ed, Maryville University, St. Louis, MO. marywood.edu/ehd/index.stm, Marywood University, Scranton, PA. mcneese.edu/colleges/ed, McNeese State University, Lake Charles, Law. grad.mercy.edu/education, Mercy College. Dobbs Ferry, New York. massachusetts.edu, Massachusetts College, Erie, PA. meredith.edu/education, Meredith College, Raleigh, NC. messiah.edu/departments/education, Messiah College, Grantham, PA. methodist.edu/education, Methodist College, Fayetteville, NC. mscd.edu/TED, Metropolitan State College of Denver, Denver, CO. units.muohio.edu/eap, Miami University, Oxford, O. educ.msu.edu, Michigan State University, East Lansing, ME. ed.mtu.edu, Michigan Technological University, Houghton, ME. mtsu.edu/UC, Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, TN. muweb.millersville.edu/deaned Millersville University, Millersville, PA. cold.mnsu.edu, Minnesota State University, Mankato, Mankato, MN. mnstate.edu/edhuman, Minnesota State University, Moorhead, Moorhead, MN. minutestatu.edu/cs, Minot State University, Minot, ND. mc.edu/academics/education, Mississippi College, Clinton, MS. educ.msstate.edu, Mississippi State University, Mississippi State, MS. muw.edu/edu_hs, Mississippi University for Women, Columbus, MS. monmouth.edu/academics/ed.asp, Monmouth University, West Long Branch, New Jersey. montana.edu/www.ed, Montana State University, Bozeman, Bozeman, MT. montclair.edu/pages/cs/cs.html, Montclair State University, Upper Montclair, New Jersey. moorheadstate.edu/colleges/education, Moorhead State University, Moorhead, KY. jewel.morgan.edu/SCUS, Morgan State University, Baltimore, MD. muhlenberg.edu/departments/education/edu.html, Muhlenberg College, Allentown, PA. murraystate.edu/co, Murray State University, Murray, KY. nu.edu/academics/schools/soe.html, National University, San Diego, CA. nl.edu/academics/nce, National Louis University, Evanston, IL. naz.edu/department/education, Nazareth College, Rochester, New York. nebarwesleyan.edu/academics/department/s/education, Nebraska Wesleyan University, Lincoln, NE. nmhu.edu/education, New Mexico Highlands University, Las Vegas, NM. education.nmsu.edu, New Mexico State University, Las Cruces, NM. enyit.edu. New York Institute of Technology, Old Westbury, New York. education.nyu.edu, New York University, New York, New York. niagara.edu/education, Niagara University, Niagara University, New York. nsu.edu/schools/education, Norfolk State University, Norfolk, VA. ncat.edu//Schoft, North Carolina A&T State University, Greensboro, NC. nccu.edu/so, North Carolina Central University, Durham, NC. ced.ncsu.edu, North Carolina State University, Raleigh, NC. ndsu.edu/hde, North Dakota State University, Fargo, ND. ngcsu.academic/educate/educ/sodpa-ge.htm, North Georgia College State University, Dahlonega, GA. northpark.edu/education, North Park University, Chicago, IL. neiu.edu/edu Department, Northeastern Illinois University, Chicago, IL. arapahoe.nsuok.edu/, College of Northeastern State University, Tahlequah, OK. education.neu.edu, Northeastern University, Boston, MA. coe.nau.edu, Northern Arizona University, Flagstaff, AZ. sedu.niu.edu, Northern Illinois University, DeKalb, IL. nku.edu/education, Northern Kentucky University, Highland Heights, KY. nmu.edu/education, Northern Michigan University, Marquette, ME. nnu.edu/academics/schools/education, Northwest Nazarene University, Idaho, Nampa, ID. nsula.edu/education, Northwestern State University, Natchitoches, Law. sesb.northwestern.edu, Northwestern University, Evanston, IL. fgsc.nova.edu, Nova Southeastern University, Fort Lauderdale, FL. oak.edu/academics/education.htm, Oakland City University, Oakland City, in. oakland.edu/schs, Oakland University, Rochester, ME. oakwood.edu/education, Oakwood College, Huntsville, Al. coe.ohio-state.edu, Ohio State University, they, Columbus, O. ohio.edu/education, Ohio University, Athens, O. okstate.edu/education, Oklahoma State University, Stillwater, Stillwater, OK. odu.edu/educ/education, Old Dominion University, Norfolk, VA. oru.edu/university/departments/schools/edu, Oral Roberts University, Tulsa, OK. oregonstate.edu/education, Oregon State University, Corvallis, or. otterbein.edu/department/educ, Otterbein College, Westerville, O. seccs.ollusa.edu, Our Lady of the Lake University, San Antonio, TX. pace.edu/academics/undergraduate-students/adolescent education BA, Pace University, New York, New York. plu.edu/educ, Pacific Lutheran University, Tacoma, WA. puc.edu/departments/education, Pacific Union College, Angwin, CA. pacificu.edu/academics/ed, Pacific University, Forest Grove, or. hbg.psu.edu/bsed, Penn State Harrisburg, Middletown, PA. ed.psu.edu, Pennsylvania State University, University Park, PA. gsep.pepperdine.edu, Pepperdine University, Malibu, CA. pittstate.edu/edsc, Pittsburgh State University, Pittsburgh, KS. plymouth.edu/psc/educate, Plymouth State College, Plymouth, NH. ed.pdx.edu, Portland State University, Portland, or Academy pvamu/content/education/ethme.html, Prairie View A&M University, Prairie View, TX. Providence.edu/edu, Providence College, Providence, RI. soe.purdue.edu, Purdue University, West Lafayette, in. qcpages.qc.edu/education, Queens College of CUNY, Flushing, New York. quincy.edu/colleges/programs/education, Quincy University, Quincy, IL. Radford.edu, Radford University, Radford, VA. Rasmussen.edu, Rasmussen College, 22 locations. Regent.edu/academic/schedu, Regent University, Virginia Beach, VA. Education.regiscollege.edu, Regis College, Weston, MA. ric.edu/fschd, Rhode Island College, Providence, RI. Rider.edu/academic/clays/education, Rider University, Lawrenceville, New Jersey. rwu.edu/programs/sed, Roger Williams University, Bristol, RI. rowan.edu/co, Rowan University, Glassboro, New Jersey. gse.rutgers.edu, Rutgers University, New Brunswick, New Jersey. cehp.sacredheart.edu, Sacred Heart University, Fairfield, CT. sage.edu/academics/school of education/education, Sage Graduate School, Troy, New York. svsu.edu/co, Saginaw Valley State University, University Center, ME. web.sau.edu/education, St. Ambrose University, Davenport, IA. stedwards.edu/educ/educ.htm, St. Edwards University, Austin, TX. sju.edu/cas/education, St. Joseph's University, Philadelphia, PA. slu.edu/colleges/cops, St. Louis University, St. Louis, MO. St. Marys.edu/educ, St. Mary's College, Notre Dame, in. stolaf.edu/departments/education, St. Olaf College, Northfield, MN. sxu.edu/education, St. Xavier University, Chicago, IL. salemstate.edu/education, Salem State College, Salem, MA. salisbury.edu/schools/Seidel, Salisbury University, Salisbury, MD. salve.edu/departments/edc, Salve Regina University, Newport, RI. shsu.edu/edu_www, Sam Houston State University, Huntsville, TX. dlserver.samford.edu, Samford University, Birmingham, L. edweb.sdsu.edu, San Diego State University, San Diego, CA. sfsu.edu/educ, San Francisco State University, San Francisco, CA. sweeneyhall.stsu.edu, San Jose State University, San Jose, CA. scu.edu/ecppm, Santa Clara University, Santa Clara, CA. spu.edu/departments/so, Seattle Pacific University, Seattle, WA. seattleu.edu/co, Seattle University, Seattle, WA. education.shu.edu, Seton Hall University, South Orange, New Jersey. shepherd.edu/academics/education_profstudies.html, Shepherd College, Shepherdstown, WV. ship.edu/cold.uc, Shippensburg University, Shippensburg, PA. siena.edu/education, Siena College, Loudonville, New York. Simmons.edu/grad-studies/education, Simmons College, Boston, Ma. sru.edu/pages/688.asp, Slippery Rock University, Slippery Rock, Pa. Sonoma.edu/education, Sonoma State University, Rohnert Park, CA. scsu.edu/education, South Carolina State University, Orangeburg, SC. sdstate.edu/academics/College of Education and Counseling, South Dakota State University, Brookings, SD. semo.edu/education, Southeast Missouri State University, Cape Girardeau, MO. selu.edu/academics/education, Southeastern Louisiana University, Hammond, Law. sosu.edu/ebs, Southeastern Oklahoma State University, Durant, OK. edpsych.southern.edu, Southern Adventist University, Collegedale, TN. somag.edu/school_of_education.htm, Southern Arkansas University, Magnolia, AR. web.kohs.siu.edu/public, Southern Illinois University, Carbondale, IL. cue.edu/education, Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, IL. subar.edu/coeducation, Southern University, Baton Rouge, Law. suno.edu/college_edu/college_of_education.htm, Southern University, New Orleans, Law. suu.edu/ed, Southern Utah University, Cedar City, UT. education.smsu.edu, Southwest Missouri State University, Springfield, MO. www.swau.edu/academics/education, Southwestern Adventist University, Keene, TX. swosu.edu/education, Southwestern Oklahoma State University, Weatherford, OK. spalding.edu/frame.asp $?university/ed/education/home.htm, Spalding University, Louisville, KY. stcloudstate.edu/co, St. Cloud State University, St. Cloud, MN. stjohns.edu/pls/portal30/shadev.school.soe, St. John's University, Jamaica, New York. ed.stanford.edu/susc, Stanford University, Palo Alto, CA. coe.westga.edu, State University of West Georgia, Carrollton, GA. education.sfasu.edu, Stephen F. Austin State University, Nacogdoches, TX. newpaltz.edu/schoolofed, SUNY, New Paltz, New York. Plattsburgh.edu/academics/s.php, SUNY, Plattsburgh, New York. Swarthmore.edu/soxci/education, Swarthmore College, Swarthmore, PA. soweb.syr.edu, Syracuse University, Syracuse, New York. tarleton.edu/co, Tarleton State University, Stephenville, TX. temple.edu/education, Temple University, Philadelphia, PA. tnstate.edu, Tennessee State University, Nashville, TN. tamu.edu/coedu, Texas A&M International University, Laredo, TX. coe.tamu.edu, Texas A&M University, College Station, TX. www.tamu-commerce.edu/co, Texas A&M University Commerce, TX. tamucc.edu/edu web/edu-home, Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, TX. tamuk.edu/edu, Texas A&M University Kingsville, Kingsville, TX. tamut.edu/case, Texas A&M University Texarkana, Texarkana, TX. sed.tcu.edu, Texas Christian University, Fort Worth, TX. tlu.edu/academics/education, Texas Lutheran University. Seguin, TX. tsu.edu/academics/education, Texas Southern University, Houston, TX. education.txstate.edu, Texas State University, San Marcos, TX. educ.ttu.edu, Texas Tech University, Lubbock, TX. turo.edu/general/gsep.asp, Turo College, New York, www.towson.edu/co, Towson University, Towson, MD. Trevecca.edu/schools/education, Trevecca Nazarene University, Nashville, TN. tiu.edu/education, Trinity International University, Deerfield, IL. trinitydc.edu/academics/education, Trinity University, Washington, d.c.tristate.edu/school_of_education, Tri-State University, Angola, in. spectrum.troyst.edu/education, Troy State University, Troy, Al. ase.tufts.edu/education, Tufts University, Medford, Ma. Tuskegee.edu, Tuskegee University, Tuskegee, Al. uu.edu/academics/sohs, Union University, Jackson, TN. albany.edu/education, University at Albany, Albany, New York. gse.buffalo.edu, University at Buffalo, Buffalo, New York. uakron.edu/colleges/educ, University of Akron, the. Akron, O. main.uab.edu/sod/show.asp Durkheim =48889, University of Alabama, Birmingham, Birmingham, Al. uah.edu/colleges/liberals/education, University of Alabama, Huntsville, Huntsville, Al. education.ua.edu, University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Tuscaloosa, Al. ed.uaa.alaska.edu, University of Alaska Anchorage, Anchorage, AK. uaf.edu/educ, University of Alaska Fairbanks, Fairbanks, AK. ed.arizona.edu, University of Arizona, Tucson, AZ. uark.edu/departments/cohp, University of Arkansas, Fayetteville, Fayetteville, AR. ualr.edu/coedept, University of Arkansas, Little Rock, Little Rock, AR. uamont.edu/education, University of Arkansas, Monticello, Monticello, AR. bridgeport.edu/pages/3241.asp, University of Bridgeport, Bridgeport, CT. www.gse.berkeley.edu, University of California, Berkeley, Berkeley, CA. education.ucdavis.edu, University of California, Davis, Davis, CA. gse.uci.edu, University of California, Irvine, Irvine, CA. gcs.ucla.edu, University of California, Los Angeles, Los Angeles, CA. education.ucr.edu, University of California, Riverside, Riverside, CA. education.ucsb.edu, University of California, Santa Barbara, Santa Barbara, CA. education.ucsc.edu, University of California, Santa Cruz, Santa Cruz, CA. uca.edu/division/academic/co, University of Central Arkansas, Conway, AR. edcollege.ucf.edu, University of Central Florida, Orlando, FL. educ.ucok.edu, University of Central Oklahoma, Edmond, OK. education.uc.edu, University of Cincinnati, Cincinnati, O. colorado.edu/education, University of Colorado, Boulder, Boulder, CO. web.uccs.edu/education, University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado Springs, CO. cudenver.edu/academics/colleges/school and education, University of Colorado, Denver, Denver, CO. education.uconn.edu, University of Connecticut, Stores, CT. soap.udayton.edu, University of Dayton, Dayton, O. udel.edu/educ, University of Delaware, Newark, DE. du.edu/education, University of Denver, Denver, CO. liberalarts.udmercy.edu/education, University of Detroit Mercy, Detroit, ME. education.evansville.edu, University of Evansville, Evansville, IN. findlay.edu/academics/co, University of Findlay, the, Findlay, O. coe.ufl.edu, University of Florida, Gainesville, FL. coe.uga.edu, University of Georgia, Athens, GA. hartford.edu/enhp, University of Hartford, West Hartford, CT. hawaii.edu/co, University of Hawaii, Manoa, Honolulu, Hi. coe.uh.edu, University of Houston, Houston, TX. soe.cl.uh.edu, University of Houston, Clear Lake, Houston, TX. coe.ed.uidaho.edu, University of Idaho, Moscow, ID. uic.edu/educ, University of Illinois, Chicago, Chicago, IL. uis.edu/cs, University of Illinois, Springfield, Springfield, IL. ed.uiuc.edu, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, Urbana, IL. education.und.edu, University of Indianapolis, Indianapolis, IN. education.uiowa.edu, University of Iowa. Iowa City, IA. soe.ku.edu, University of Kansas, Lawrence, KS. uky.edu/education, University of Kentucky, Lexington, KY. ulv.edu/seoul, University of La Verne, La Verne, CA. coe.louisiana.edu, University of Louisiana, Lafayette, Lafayette, Law. ulm.edu/education, University of Louisiana, Monroe, Monroe, Law. louisville.edu/edu, University of Louisville, Louisville, KY. umaine.edu/fd, University of Maine, Orono, ME. umari.edu/academicinfo/edudiv, University of Mary, Bismarck, ND. education.umd.edu, University of Maryland, College Park, MD. umbc.edu/education, University of Maryland, Baltimore County, Baltimore, MD. umass.edu/education, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, Amherst, MA. gco.umb.edu, University of Massachusetts, Boston, Boston, MA. gse.uml.edu, University of Massachusetts, Lowell, Lowell, MA. coe.memphis.edu, University of Memphis, Memphis, TN. Education.miami.edu, University of Miami, Coral Gables, FL. SOE.umich.edu, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor, ME. SOE.umd.umich.edu, University of Michigan, Dearborn, Dearborn, ME. flint.umich.edu/departments/schs, University of Michigan, Flint, Flint, ME. d.umn.edu/cehsb, University of Minnesota, Duluth, Duluth, MN. education.umn.edu, University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, Minneapolis, MN. olemis.edu/departments/educ_school2, University of Mississippi, University, MS. coe.missouri.edu, University of Missouri, Columbia, Columbia, MO. umkc.edu/education, University of Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas City, MO. coe.umcell.edu, University of Missouri, St. Louis, St. Louis, MO. umobile.edu/academic, University of Mobile, Mobile, AL. soe.umt.edu, University of Montana, Missoula, MT. montevallo.edu/co, University of Montevallo, Montevallo, AL. unk.edu/academic/co, University of Nebraska, Kearney, Kearney, NE. cs.unl.edu, University of Nebraska, Lincoln, Lincoln, NE. unoco.unomaha.edu, University of Nebraska, Omaha, Omaha, NE. education.unlv.edu, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Las Vegas, NV. unr.edu/educ, University of Nevada, Reno, Reno, NV. unh.edu/education, University of New Hampshire, Durham, NH. coe.unm.edu, University of New Mexico, Albuquerque, NM. ed.uno.edu, University of New Orleans, New Orleans, Law. una.edu/education, University of North Alabama, Florence, Al. unc.edu/departments/ed, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Chapel Hill, NC. education.uncc.edu/co, University of North Carolina, Charlotte, Charlotte, NC. uncg.edu/so, University of North Carolina, Greensboro, Greensboro, NC. uncp.edu/so, University of North Carolina, Pembroke, Pembroke, NC. uncwill.edu/ed, University of North Carolina, Wilmington, Wilmington, NC. und.edu/department/ed, University of North Dakota, Grand Forks, ND. unf.edu/cohs, University of North Florida, Jacksonville, FL. coe.unt.edu, University of North Texas, Denton, TX. unco.edu/co, University of Northern Colorado, Greeley, CO. uni.edu/co, University of Northern Iowa, Cedar Falls, IA. ou.edu/education, University of Oklahoma, Norman, OK. education.uoregon.edu, University of Oregon, Eugene, or. gse.upenn.edu, University of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, PA. education.pitt.edu, University of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, PA. up.edu, University of Portland, Portland, or. redlands.edu, University of Redlands, Redlands, CA. uri.edu/hss, University of Rhode Island, Kingston, RI. education.richmond.edu, University of Richmond, Richmond, VA. Rochester.edu/Warner, University of Rochester, Rochester, New York. sf.edu/Education, University of St. Francis, Fort Wayne, in. San Diego.edu/SO, University of San Diego, San Diego, CA. soe.usfca.edu, University of San Francisco, San Francisco, CA. southalabama.edu/co, University of South Alabama, Mobile, Al. ed.sc.edu, University of South Carolina Columbia, Columbia, SC. usd.edu/ed, University of South Dakota, Vermilion, SD. coedu.usf.edu/college, University of South Florida, Tampa, FL. usc.edu/department/education, University of Southern California, Los Angeles, CA. usi.edu/educ, University of Southern Indiana, Evansville, in. usm.maine.edu/cehd, University of Southern Maine, Portland, ME. usm.edu/colleges/sep, University of Southern Mississippi, Hattiesburg, MS. stthomas.edu/education, University of St. Thomas, St. Paul, MN. sttom.edu/education, University of St. Thomas, Houston, TX. utc.edu/administration/health, UCATI and Professional Studies, University of Tennessee Chattanooga, Chattanooga, TN. cs.utk.edu, University of Tennessee Knoxville, Knoxville, TN. utm.edu/departments/ed, University of Tennessee Martin, Martin, TN. uta.edu/coed, University of Texas, Arlington, Arlington, TX. utexas.edu/education, University of Texas, Austin, Austin, TX. teach.education.utep.edu, University of Texas, El Paso, El Paso, TX. panam.edu/2000/colleges/index.cfm ?col=3, University of Texas, Pan American, Edinburgh, TX. cohd.utsa.edu, University of Texas, San Antonio. San Antonio, TX. uttyler.edu/educ-psych, University of Texas, Tyler, Tyler, TX. uop.edu/education, University of the Pacific, Stockton, CA. education.utoledo.edu, University of Toledo, Toledo, O. cas.utulsa.edu/education, University of Tulsa, the, Tulsa, OK. ed.utah.edu, University of Utah, Salt Lake City, UT. uvm.edu/tilde/ses, University of Vermont, Burlington, VT. curry.edschool.virginia.edu, University of Virginia, Charlottesville, VA. departments.washington.edu/co, University of Washington, Seattle, WA. bothell.washington.edu/educ, University of Washington, Bothell, Bothell, WA. tacoma.washington.edu/education, University of Washington, Tacoma, Tacoma, WA. uec.edu/cohs, University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire, Eau Claire, WI. education.wisc.edu, University of Wisconsin, Madison, Madison, WI. soe.uwm.edu, University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Milwaukee, WI. cohs.uwosh.edu, University of Wisconsin, Oshkosh, Oshkosh, WI. uwplatte.edu/education, University of Wisconsin, Platteville, Platteville, WI. uwrf.edu/college-of-education, University of Wisconsin, River Falls. River Falls, WI. uwsb.edu/education, University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point, Stevens Point, WI. academics.uww.edu/co, University of Wisconsin, Whitewater, Whitewater, WI. ed.uwo.edu, University of Wyoming, Laramie, WY. ursuline.edu/academicaf/education, Ursuline College, Pepper Pike, O. coe.usu.edu, Utah State University, Logan, UT. education.valdosta.edu, Valdosta State University, Valdosta, GA. valpo.edu/education, Valparaiso University, Valparaiso, in. peabody.vanderbilt.edu, Vanderbilt University, Nashville, TN. soe.vcu.edu, Virginia Commonwealth University, Richmond, VA. claws.vt.edu, Virginia Tech, Blacksburg, VA. wfu.edu/academics/education, Wake Forest University, Winston-Salem, NC. www.edu/academics/departments/education, Walla Walla College, College Place, WA. washburn.edu/cas/education, Washburn University, Topeka, KS. educ.wsu.edu, Washington State University, Pullman, WA. spokane.wsu.edu/academic/educ_leader, Washington State University, Spokane. Spokane, WA. artsci.wstl.edu/educ, Washington University in St. Louis, St. Louis, MO. coe.wayne.edu, Wayne State University, Detroit, ME. weber.edu/co, Weber State University, Ogden, UT. wellesley.edu/education/homepage/education_home.html, Wellesley College, Wellesley, MA. wcupa.edu/academics/sch_sed, Westchester University, Westchester, PA. wtamu.edu/academics/s, West Texas A&M University, Kenyon, TX. hre.wvu.edu, West Virginia University, Morgantown, WV. ceap.wcu.edu, Western Carolina University, Cullowhee, NC. cate.org/cohs, Western Illinois University, Macomb, IL. edtech.cebs.wku.edu, Western Kentucky University, Bowling Green, KY. wmh.edu/co, Western Michigan University, Kalamazoo, ME. wnec.edu/artsandsciences, Western New England College, Springfield, MA. wou.edu/education, Western Oregon University, Monmouth, OR. wsc.ma.edu/education, Westfield State College, Westfield, MA. wheelock.edu/education.asp, Wheelock College, Boston, MA. web.whittier.edu/academic/education/edu cation.htm, Whittier College, Whittier, CA. wichita.edu/education, Wichita State University, Wichita, KS. widener.edu, Widener University, Chester, PA. willamette.edu/mat, Willamette University, Salem, OR. wilmcall.edu/education, Wilmington College, Newcastle, DA. wingate.edu/academics/education, Wingate University, Wingate, NC. winona.edu/college_education, Winona State University, Winona, MN. gorams.wsu.edu/so, Winston-Salem State University, Winston-Salem, NC. coe.winthrop.edu, Winthrop University, Rock Hill, SC. worcester.edu/education, Worcester State College, Worcester, MA. ed.wright.edu, Wright State University, Dayton, O. xula.edu/education, Xavier University, New Orleans, Law. yu.edu/azrieli, Yeshiva University, New York, New York. coe.ysu.edu, Youngstown State University, Youngstown, O.